At 67, Grace Pierrel had spent most of her life defined by one role, Ethan's mother. After her husband died young, she became everything at once: provider, protector, teacher, and cheerleader. She sewed late into the night, skipped her own comforts, and quietly poured every ounce of herself into raising her son. For decades, that purpose gave her strength. But after Ethan's wedding, something shifted. The smiles felt rehearsed, the hugs were rushed, the invitations came less often. And then came the conversation she would never forget, the one where her son gently, carefully explained that her presence didn't fit into the life he and his wife were building. He didn't say it cruelly. That almost made it worse. That night, Grace sat alone in her small Southside Atlanta home, surrounded by memories of a life lived for someone else. And for the first time, she asked herself a question she had never allowed before. Who am I, if I'm not needed anymore? The answer didn't come with tears or anger. It came with clarity. Grace stopped waiting by the phone. She stopped rearranging her days around other people's schedules. Instead, she enrolled in a local community arts program, where her embroidery, once dismissed as old-fashioned, was admired as craftsmanship. She started teaching sewing classes twice a week. Younger women listened to her stories with respect, not embarrassment. She repainted her living room, joined a walking group, took her first trip alone at 68, standing on a quiet beach at sunrise, realizing she had survived far more than she had ever celebrated. Ethan still called sometimes. Grace answered kindly, warmly, but without expectation. She no longer chased approval or tried to shrink herself to fit into spaces that had grown uncomfortable. What she discovered surprised her most of all. Letting go didn't make her smaller. It made her free. At an age when society expects women to fade into the background, Grace stepped forward into her own life, not bitter, not broken, just awake. Because reinvention doesn't belong to the young, and it's never too late to finally choose yourself.